Hey folks, today we are going to be comparing the Fender, happens to be an American made from their Corona shop versus a Korean made Squire. And basically we're going to be looking at the two, kind of see if one is really worth paying more money for. So let's get started. The first thing you might notice if I turn these guitars sideways for you, the Squire over here in red is a little bit thinner, and so one thing that they do when they build the Squire is they don't use as much wood, and they definitely save some costs there. So if you look over here on the Fender, you might see that it looks a little wider. It's also a little bit heavier because there is more wood than the Squire in red. Other than that, they do have a lot of similarities. You can see that the body styles both look the same. They both have very similar contours. You can kind of see like the cutouts on the back, like for your like the little tummy tucks areas to make it feel real nice when you're playing. Strings come in through the back of the guitar on both. They both have a bolt-on neck with 4 bolts. Yeah, a lot of similarities. So what is different? So some things that are different is going to be the hardware right off the bat. So the Fender is going to have a lot nicer hardware. Just things from the tuning pegs are a lot nicer. And I would show you the original tuning pegs from these, but I did upgrade these to a nicer pair, which you can certainly do. One con to that, if you spend a lot of money, I think I spent like, maybe it was like $120 on the tuning pegs that I added to this. These upgrades are nice. It makes guitar play a lot better and sound better, in my opinion, but you don't really get the value at the end of the day. So if I went and sold this guitar, it's not going to sell for more money because I had upgrades to it for the most part, generally speaking. Whereas this American-made Fender will hold its value. It already has the upgrades that you're going to want. And if you want to sell it later, you're likely going to be able to get a decent amount of money for it, possibly even what you paid for it, depending on how long you hold on to it and what the market's like. Another thing, kind of looking at the two is, so these American-made Fenders, they really look at all the details. Like when you're playing it and your fingers are kind of going against the side of the fretboard and you're playing it, you're going to notice that the frets are nice and rounded. They're very smooth. Whereas, on these Squires, sometimes they've got some jagged edges. It might even feel like they're cutting into your fingers when you're playing. It's not something that's difficult to fix. It's easy to get some sandpaper and just watch a video on how to do it and smooth those edges out. But it does require a little bit of work. I bought this pre-owned, and whomever owned it before me, I believe likely had done that because these came to me, they were just perfect already. Looking at the pickups, the huge difference in the pickups. These are both going to give you bright sounds, more cleaner tone, but you're going to be able to tell the difference between the American and the Squire, Korean made, or any Squire really, no matter where they're made. The pickups on this Fender are just going to give you a larger dynamic range, and they're just going to sound a lot cleaner, a lot clearer, more clarity to them. And it's not to say it's a better sound, but it is a more desired sound currently. So just having that sound is nice from the get-go. But Like I said, you can make the upgrades to the Squire. It's just a matter of what I mentioned earlier. Is this going to be a guitar that you're going to keep forever and continue to upgrade, and you're not planning on ever selling it? If so, maybe this is something you want to look into. But if you are going to upgrade one day, you may want to just look at what the cost is just to buy an American made that's already has all the bells and whistles on there for you. Kind of moving our way down, the bridge is obviously a lot nicer on the American made. It's going to stay in tune a lot better, like I mentioned too. And all these things can be upgraded at a cost. And that's really the main differences that I would point out. Like I said, you can upgrade things, but you need to kind of look into it and make the decision, do I want to invest more money and get something that I can resell later a lot easier, or do I want to go with a more economical choice, try it out, see if I like guitar, and then after that decide if you want to upgrade it or sell it, and then maybe upgrade to an American or even a Mexican made Stratocaster. And my personal preference, I love the American Stratocaster. Sounds great, sounds amazing, feels great to play, but Mexican made Fenders give a warmer tone, and I prefer that a lot of times, just depending on what I'm playing. And so when you're deciding this too, you may even want to just try playing an American made Fender, playing a Mexican made Fender, playing a Squire as well, and just see what tone resonates with you and what fits your style, and also your budget at the time. Just look at them. They're all very different price points. So just try out all your different options, and that's really it. Like I said, they both have a lot of similarities. When I look at them, I feel that the big difference is just the hardware you're getting and the electronics that you're getting between the two. And like I said, the Squires seem like they don't use as much wood, so they're a little thinner, a little lighter, and some people may like that, some people may not. Best way to figure out if it's the right guitar for you is just to play it. And hopefully this video helped you guys out, and I'll see you in the next video.